Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast, rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's First Flight. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Welcome, Tom. Hello. How are you this week?
Why, hello. I'm doing well.
Yay!
Yeah, much better than I have.
Why do we
been.
celebrate you just doing okay?
I know, right? It's just me being healthy is a good thing.
I guess so. I mean, you do get sick a lot, so
I know,
I guess
it seems to, doesn't it?
we should be excited when you're not.
At least it's been happening since I was a kid, so it seems to be an ongoing thing.
I didn't account for that when I worked out that this was going to take 16 to 17 years.
You should have just...
Probably should have made it rounded up to 20 because it's probably more accurate.
Probably a safer number.
Oh, what's been happening this week?
Not a huge deal, really. Although I did purchase something or pre-order something that you're going to laugh at me for, or you're going to like roll your eyes, probably more.
What else is new?
Yeah.
Yes?
Lois and Clark on Blu-ray.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's being released. It's coming out in September.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Thought you'd be very excited.
I have no comment.
It's a great series, Gary.
Is it though?
You know what? I can't remember. I can remember bits and pieces. Anyway, it'll be interesting to re-watch them because I haven't watched them. Like, because I saw what year it actually came out, and it was like 1993 to 97, which means I was 10 when the series finished.
Yeah.
So I was pretty young when it came out.
Yes.
So I remember watching some reruns and stuff, but yeah, I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember liking it, so it'll be interesting to see.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool. We'll see what happens.
I spent a couple of nights in Hobart this week
Yeah.
for work, which was,
As exciting as it can be when it's for work.
Yeah, it's not that exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's better food down there, so I had some nice food, but
But meetings and stuff really sort of mess with your enjoyment when you're away.
Yeah, that's right.
Fun.
All right, let's get into this week's episode. It is called First Flight, written by John Shaban and Chris Black, directed by LeVar Burton,
Nice.
who only 2 weeks ago directed Cogenitor. So busy in the 2000s.
Yeah.
The original air date for this episode was May 14th, 2003, and the IMDb synopsis reads: after his close friend and colleague A.G. Robinson is killed in a mountain climbing accident, Captain Archer tells T'Pol about the Warp 2 test flight almost 10 years earlier. So we got a flashback.
Yay.
Flashback episode.
Of Archer's life.
Of Archer.
Ooh, how exciting.
Yep. Guest starring Keith Carradine, who played Agent Lundy in Dexter, and lots of other things, but that's where I know him from. And
I can see the excitement on your face.
I love Dexter. New Dexter series is also excellent, which we need to do another podcast where we talk about all the current things on television, because the new Dexter series is fantastic. Anyway, Keith Carradine, he's not in the new Dexter one because his character died back in the old Dexter, but anyway, let's go watch it.
Let's go watch Dexter.
Oh, can we? And we're back.
Fully excited.
We're back from watching First Flight. If you are wondering why we're so deflated, it's because that was boring. I thought it was boring. I don't know what you thought.
I was exhilarated. I thought it was the best thing ever. Bring it all back. Remake Archer. Woo.
You don't want to see President Archer?
Oh, God, I just can't even. I don't...
Please don't strike the microphone.
I just can't get behind this show very much, really. It's just really...
It's just dull.
Yes. It's
Even
hard
with
to
a good
watch.
story,
Yeah.
even with a good guest star,
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
there's just something about it that just is restrained and dull.
Yeah, it just holds itself back somehow, and it has to be the crew, the staff, not the staff. Now I'm just losing my words. I can't even function after watching something like that.
Great. This is going to be a really good rest of the episode. Yeah. It did put me in the mood for a nap.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because you're right. The story on this one was actually quite a good storyline. Like, I actually liked the idea of this. Was really good, and the guy playing AG was actually
Keith
really
Carradine.
Yeah, he was really good. Like,
Yeah.
I liked him. Like, I liked to hate him, but also liked him. Like, it was good. But the rest of it was just like,
Get on with it.
yeah, exactly.
The jumping back to the Archer and T'Pol in the shuttle, boring.
Yeah,
Just have the setup at the start and the wrap up at the end and
Yeah.
leave it at that.
exactly.
All of those other things just slowed down what was already too slow.
Exactly, absolutely. Like, it could have just been her checking on him in his room and doing exactly that. Coming in, what's going on, he starts, have the story, and then finish at the end. That's it.
Even if it was on the... I wouldn't have cared if they were on the shuttle looking for this nebula and whatever,
Oh, yeah,
so that
yeah,
you
yeah.
still had the wrap up at the end
Yeah,
where she goes, oh, the Robinson Nebula would be more appropriate. Like,
Yeah.
whatever, that's fine.
yeah,
Still could have done that. Just set it up at the start, wrap it up at the end. We don't need to go back 3 or 4 times with missile things that don't work.
Yeah.
According to my notes, I didn't notice this, but according to my notes, there was a photo of the launch of the SS Botany Bay in the bar.
Oh, yeah, right. I did not notice that.
I didn't notice it either. I even saw that before we started watching it, and I was going to pay attention, but I just didn't.
I didn't see it.
I was probably half asleep.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I guess we should just get into the episode then.
Yep.
Are you excited? We'll try to do this
Yeah,
quickly,
I'm
I think, because
thrilled. I think we've said that the last couple episodes.
well, I mean, Regeneration last week was at least, I don't know, paced better.
Yeah, I suppose.
This
yeah.
episode was really slow, and like we have said a few times in recent episodes, it's more interesting to watch than it is to read through.
Well, that's true.
And this is one of those episodes.
Well, it's slightly.
And it's not even that interesting to watch. All right, let's get into the episode. We open on the Situation Room at the back of the bridge. They're talking about a dark matter nebula that may or may not exist. And they're talking about how they can do some experiments to show the nebula, to prove that it exists. Because the Vulcans are a bit like, meh.
Yeah.
Maybe it exists. Maybe it doesn't. And if it does, probably only in small
Tiny,
quantities.
minute.
And Archer's like, we'll see about that.
We know better than the Vulcans. We've been out here for 5 minutes.
Yep. Hoshi interrupts and says that Archer has a call from Admiral Forrest. So he goes into his ready room and he's excited about the interesting sensor readings. But Forrest is grim and says that he's got some bad news. It's AG. He was back on Mount McKinley. There was an accident. He was killed. I'm sorry.
And
And then we skip the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which might have been the most interesting part of the show.
Possibly. Then we're in the launch bay. Trip and Archer are packing for Archer to go on a solo shuttle mission to this nebula. And he's saying that he's loaded 6 spatial charges that have been rigged with Metreon particles, which should excite the dark matter should it be there, if it exists.
Exciting.
Trip wants to go and asks to come with him, and he says, no, I'm going alone. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I want to be alone. So he gets into the shuttle pod, and just as he's starting to do all these pre-flight checks, T'Pol gets in the shuttle pod with a case and says, I've brought some sensor enhancements. We'll find them useful if we're mapping the nebula. Archer's like, we?
Yeah.
We?
We?
What? We? She says, this is a scientific mission. It's only logical to bring your science officer. And Archer says, I would prefer to handle this myself.
Yeah.
And she says, not a chance, buddy.
Yeah. Rules are rules.
Rules
and
are
you
rules.
can't leave the ship without me.
Correct.
So they go. It's very exciting.
Yes, and they say it's going to be too
long of an episode, yes.
It's going to be 2 hours and 46 minutes before they reach the phenomenon, and that she can meditate or talk. It's up to you. And then he says, go and meditate, and she says, no, I think we're going to talk.
Yeah, basically. She's like, well, I'm still going to fucking talk.
Yep.
Well, I give him the option.
Yep. So then we get into a flashback. Yeah, Archer's explaining that the person who died was A.G. Robinson, who was also a test pilot in the NX program 10 years ago when they were both
This is a real
competing.
shit episode.
Yeah.
I'm so the more you're talking, I'm like, there's really nothing here, is there?
Well, let's get into the flashback.
Sorry.
God, you're such a negative
So
Nelly.
bad.
So we get into the flashback. Archer looks off into the distance. I remember it like it was yesterday. Day. We get the same shot of San Francisco headquarters that we always get.
Always.
The same people in the same
people.
positions.
It's exactly the same shot.
Yep, and that's fine. And then we cut into Forrest's office. Commodore Forrest.
Yep.
You're not an admiral yet.
Nope.
And he has called Archer in to tell him that he's not going to be the test pilot for the Warp 3 engine test flight that they're planning.
Yeah, I mean, what a bastard,
And they've
really.
picked Commander Robinson instead.
Yeah.
But I know it was important to you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
like
your father's engine. I don't know how important it is.
Yeah, but we didn't pick you.
No.
Like, I mean, like, you know, we were going to pick you or this other guy, and it's going to be really important to you because it's your dad's engines. You've been working really hard, putting in extra hours, doing everything, and you're just as qualified as the other guy, if not more, because of all the extra. And it's your dad's engine, so you've known it since you were a little born, basically. But nah, we said, fuck it, we're not going with you, we're going with this other guy.
Yeah.
I mean, really? Fucking, you'd just walk away, wouldn't you? I would. I'd be like, well, fuck you. Oh, bye. Walk out the door.
You'd do really well in the military.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would not. This is why I'm not in the military.
I'm surprised you're even employed.
See how long that lasts.
We cut to the 602 club. Archer is getting drunk.
Does 602 mean anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. No references to nothing or...
Not that I'm aware of. The waitress is trying to make him feel better. Doesn't work.
Nope.
Then he sees Robinson, the other guy that got the job, drinking with a bunch of other people. So Archer goes over to congratulate him. And there's some good banter there. The guy that plays A.G. Robinson is actually pretty good.
He is.
Keith Carradine is a good actor. And he does well.
He's very good. Very, very good.
And they do have some good banter. They sort of tease with each other, and
Yeah, he's like, what
hope
was
they
it?
hope they realize their mistake.
Yeah, that's right. Like, that was pretty good. Like, they were together was quite good.
Yeah. Robinson says to Archer, you did all that work. You tried too hard.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't get it. Starfleet doesn't want a great pilot. They want a great captain.
Sure.
Which is correct
Yeah.
because they have a pilot.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't need to be a great pilot to be a captain.
No, because the captain's not in the pilot seat often at all.
Nope.
Like, why do you even need to really know how to pilot the ship?
Nope.
Because you have a fucking pilot.
Correct. A whole team of pilots.
Yes,
Because there would be more than one.
A rotating roster.
Correct. Depending on how many shifts you have on board.
Exactly, on the 26-hour
And
day.
backup people in case someone's sick or whatever.
That's right.
Or on a mission.
A casual shift.
Exactly. Ridiculous. So yes. Anyway, he had a point.
Or your first officer who takes the controls on a joystick Oh, wait, that's Riker.
Yes. We cut back to the future. I see what I did there.
Yeah.
To Paul and Archer just talking.
Basically, is this one? Do they shoot anything at this one?
No.
Okay. So it was just back from commercial.
Really just talking, and it's not very exciting. And then we go back to the past.
Yeah, it was a commercial break cut.
Probably.
Because they've done that stupid shit where it was like, go to commercial, come back, it's them talking again, and then they go back to the flashback.
Yep. And then we see the old NX Alpha ship in orbit in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And it's similar to the Phoenix design.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of an upgraded version.
Yep.
With fixed wing.
Yep. And then we're in the NX control room. Archer is on the comm to Robinson in the ship. There's a bunch of Vulcans and Commodore Forrester there, and everyone's watching, waiting for the test flight.
Yep.
So they want to try to get it up to
Warp 3.
Yeah, it's a Warp 3 engine. Archer tells Robinson that he's cleared to go after a couple of technobabble bits, so they warp off. And they monitor it from the control room. It goes to 1.5, hits warp 2. Now that's the fastest that anyone's been. 2.1, it starts to get shaky. 2.15, it starts to get even more shaky. They try to abort, and the guy's like, no, I'm not going to abort. Yeah. Fuck you.
Turn around, damn it.
He hits 2.2, and the warp field collapses. He ejects.
The thing explodes.
The thing explodes. The ship explodes. Near Jupiter.
Boom.
Archer says, AG, can you hear me? And then we cut to commercial. Back in the shuttle pod in the future, T'Pol and Archer are going to do their first... What are they going to do?
Whatever those stupid things are. The flares.
The flares.
They look like flares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Into the dark matter.
Into the dark matter. Nothing happens. There's a little fizz of purple fireworks and not much. Not very exciting. Yeah. And then...
Paul's like,
what happened?
Tell me more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back into the past, and Robinson's back on Earth, and Archer and Forrest walk in to the hangar where he is and ask what the fuck happened.
Yeah. He blames the engine.
He does blame the engine. The Vulcans agree, like, the engine design is obviously unsound, and that's when Tucker walks in from the back somewhere and says, there's nothing wrong with that engine!
Ain't nothing wrong with that engine, sure. You can see Archer attempting to be impressed. Like, I say attempting because I don't believe Scott Bakula at all. But, like, you know, he smirks as if, oh, I like this guy. This guy's great.
One of the Vulcans that are there says that the program is moving too quickly. And Trip says, just because it took you 100 years to crack Warp 2 doesn't mean it'll take us that long. And Forrest gets angry. And that's when Archer's like, yeah, I like this guy. Yeah. He hates the Vulcans too.
Yeah.
Hey!
He's just as racist as me.
Then we cut to the 602 Club. Trip and Archer are drowning their sorrows. Trip is hitting on the waitress. Trip introduces himself and why he's called Trip, which is not very exciting.
No. I mean, you know, you can figure that out for yourself.
Yes. And they're talking about the Vulcans being frustrating just as Commodore Forrest approaches and says that he's given up trying to figure out the Vulcans. He joins them for a drink. He tells them that the Vulcan Advisory Council has recommended to Starfleet that they pull the NX program and that they listened and the program is on hold. Archer asks for how long and he says indefinitely.
Indubitably.
No, indefinitely.
Yes, I was agreeing with you.
Forrest says that Starfleet want to go back to the drawing board and develop a new engine from scratch. And Archer is very frustrated, saying that we have an engine that works now. If we start over, it'll be decades before we get into deep space. And he says, Starfleet's made its decision. The end. Done. We fade to a little bit later. You can tell it's a little bit later because the weather has changed. There's now rain on the windows, so
it's 5 minutes later.
It's clearly. If only the post office was as accurate as the weather service.
That's 2 Back to the Future references in one episode.
I do love me some Back to the Future. Forrest has left. Archer and Trip are still there drinking. AG comes in and takes off his flight jacket and orders a bourbon and goes and joins Trip and Archer. He basically says that he told Starfleet and the Vulcans that it was an engine fault and it couldn't possibly be pilot error because he's too good.
Yeah, that's it.
And Archer gets shitty and says, no, it was pilot error. You should have aborted when we said abort. You should be able to follow orders. AG says that Archer's father designed a lousy engine and they start a fight. They have a big bar fight.
As soon as he says that, Archer punches him in the face. Can't handle that kind of truth. I mean,
nobody calls me chicken.
Yeah, that's so put it up, egg sucking gun of trash.
How many Back to the Future references can we put into this episode?
So they fighty.
They fight. And it ends up getting broken up by Trip and some other people, and it fades to commercial. Then we go back to the shuttle pod with T'Pol and Archer. They're talking about the fight and whatever, and there's a power fluctuation. And Archer says that it might be dark matter affecting the shuttle systems. She says it's probably just a simple malfunction. He's like, hey, we're here to look for dark matter. Let's try to be optimistic or whatever. Have a little faith. Then they go back to the past again. We're in the NX locker room. AG is clearing out his locker as Archer walks in. Archer says that he got the telemetry from the flight, and it looks like Trip was right, that the intermix was wrong, and that we should be able to compensate for that. Robinson's like, the program's on hold, dude. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. Archer wants to go back to Starfleet and argue the case.
AG's like, nah, if you really want to show them, you got to show them.
Fucking show them.
Yeah, get in that ship and fly the fucker.
So steal it.
Yeah. So
which is what they plan to do.
Yeah. So in the darkness of night.
Not yet. First, we cut back to the shuttle pod.
This is where they do the thing.
Yep. And Archer says they should be 20,000 kilometers inside the nebula if it exists. They fire some more missiles or whatever the fuck it was, and still nothing happens. Then we cut back to the hangar, and
now in the darkness of night.
yes, Trip and Archer are talking. Trip is going to monitor the intermix from the ground, while Archer and Robinson steal the ship and take it for a flight. So we cut to inside the NX Beta B with the 2 pilots, and they steal the ship.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
it rolls out and goes up the incline and off into space.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a bad way to sort of take off, really.
Yep. And Trip says it'll be about 6 minutes before New Berlin picks you up on the sensors. Then we cut to Forrest's office.
6 minutes later.
It must be at least 6 minutes later, maybe 7. And someone comes in and says, we just got a call from New Berlin. They've detected the NX Beta, but the internal sensors show it's still in the hangar. And Forrest says, has anyone bothered to look?
Yeah, that's it. Have you opened the fucking doors?
Clearly not. So they run off, and then we cut back to the Beta, and Archer and Robinson are about to hit the warp button.
Yeah.
Forrest comes over the comm and says, what the hell are you doing? And he says, just running an engine test, sir. Turn around right now, and I'll do what I can to keep you out of prison.
Just to hang up on him.
Pretty much. And the Vulcans enter behind Forrest in the control room, and he is frustrated, and he's like, perfect, great. Just what I needed. Really needed my test pilots to steal a ship and have the Vulcans here watching.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Yep. I'm having a great fucking day.
Meanwhile, they're they're flying at warp 2. AG was in control, but swapped seats with Archer, so Archer can do the flight. Trip's still adjusting or reading the fluctuations in the intermix from the ground. Just as a bunch of security people come in to Trip to take him away, they call down to Commodore Forrest and say, you might want to check your sensors. We're holding steady at 2.5, which is the fastest that anyone's flown, and they've done what they wanted to do. They've proven their point. Then we cut to Forrest's office a bit later, and he is having a go at them.
Yeah.
He's grilling them. Not only was it a violation of a director order, it was utterly reckless, irresponsible, and maybe even criminal.
Possibly.
And then Robinson starts to talk, and he goes, "I'm not done, Commander." And he suspends them, berates them. Just because you did this flight doesn't mean we're going to ignore all the data we had before. Doesn't mean we're going to ignore all the testing that we've already done, the recommendations of the Vulcan Advisory Council. What were you actually trying to prove? This one flight doesn't change anything. And then they make a plea for exploration.
Yeah.
Like, don't stop us
Don't
now.
hold us back.
We're just at the brink of a future that we really dreamed of. Please.
If my father was here, he would be standing up for us.
Yes, if my father were alive today, he'd be standing here asking, "What the hell are we waiting for?"
Exactly. Yeah. Well, he's not fucking here, is he?
He's not. He did. But Forrest smiles. He appreciated the argument.
Yeah.
I think it sunk in. And we cut back to the shuttle pod, and T'Pol says, "Well, you obviously weren't dismissed from Starfleet, so they must have found your argument convincing." And then he says how it took all this other time before it actually took off.
Yeah,
and
12
blah,
months
blah,
of
blah.
testing, yada, yada, yada. They had 3 months suspension, bullshit.
And then it took 5 years before they started building the Enterprise, and now we're here.
Now he's old.
Then they shoot the missile things into the nebula. We get the same purple fireworks, and they think, "Oh, well, that's it."
Yep.
But then it starts to work, and we start to get like an actual colourful nebula light up.
That we don't really see much of.
No.
We see,
We see
3 seconds, maybe,
orangey
of
light on...
purpley-ish, light for half a second as it expands.
And then we just see the light hitting on Archer's face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we wouldn't want to see the nebula. That's
No, why? We've seen a nebula before.
Yeah.
Seen one, seen them all.
That's right. Of course. How silly of me.
Go back to the past for the last little memory, and Archer has been made captain of the Enterprise. AG is congratulating him over drinks at the bar, and they sort of rib each other for a little bit longer, and AG says that he'd rather wait for the NX-02, let you make all the mistakes so that I have an easier time. And then says he's off to Alice Springs for survival training. Another Aussie reference there.
Yep.
Doesn't happen very often.
Mm.
Then we cut back to the future, and the shuttle comes back to Enterprise, and Trip's there to greet them as they're coming out of the shuttle and asks if it was a good show. And Archer says, "Yeah, you should have been there." And he says, "I'll remember to ask you next time."
Yeah.
And Paul says that they should name the nebula the Robinson Nebula, as that would be appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Thank fuck.
We did kind of rush through that one a bit, but...
Yeah, so we should have.
Yeah. Well, Tom, life lesson?
Never give up, never surrender.
I was thinking more like ABBA.
Mm-hmm.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
Well, that one's good too. Take risks. So, yes, taking risks is a good thing, but you got to take calculated risks.
That's what Kirk says, isn't it? You got to take a risk. You sit in that chair.
Yeah.
I remember Generations. All right, let's talk about IMDb ratings. Our examples of one episodes are Enterprise Precious Cargo and Next Gen's Code of Honor. Examples of 10 episodes are Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. And we are far removed from Far Beyond the Stars.
Yes.
What
yes.
would you want to rate First Flight, Thomas?
Does it have to be on the list? Can't we ignore it?
Nope.
One
we
it
need
is.
to rate it. 1?
2, maybe? If you can convince me to give it a 2... The only reason I'd give it a 2 is because that guy was good.
Do you think this is Terra Nova level bad?
It was pretty bad.
Sleeping Dogs bad? Rogue Planet bad? I think the story of this one was pretty good.
The story was good, but it wasn't pulled off at all.
No, but neither are some of these other episodes. I
What
was
did we
thinking
give
maybe a
Terra
3
Nova?
or a 4.
What did we give Terra Nova?
Terra Nova was a 2.
2 it is.
Oh my God.
It was shit. It was boring, and I'd never watch it again.
I think there is still a little bit of good stuff in there with the past and the A.G. Robinson character. I think that was good.
That's it.
I'm not opposed to the past stuff.
No,
it was just a bit dull, and not paced very well. But I would watch it again over Terra Nova or Fortunate Son and Sleeping Dogs, which are all things we made twos. Minefield was a 3. Kanama was a 3. I think this is at least a 3 or a 4.
I'm not giving it a 4. I'll come out to a 3 at most.
3 then.
Yeah.
3 it is. All right. Done. Right. That's First Flight.
Yeah. Last Flight.
We're getting close to the end of the season.
Thank fuck.
And then you might even hate season 3.
Oh, great.
Because it's quite divisive. So people either really like it or really don't. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, God, the way it's going.
I would say that you should probably watch Galaxy Quest before we watch season 3.
Okay. Well, I'm not opposed to that at all. I love Galaxy Quest.
There's just some design elements in season 3 that when I first watched it, I was like, bitch, did they copy Galaxy Quest?
Nice.
Anyway. All right. That's it for this week. You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and on Instagram, just Temporal Directive, or you can get in touch via email at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode or anything Trek related. So please get in touch. We'll be back next week with the episode Bounty. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.